It's Rich, Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you? Hey, today I want to talk to you a little bit about Virginia. Yeah, isn't that something? So go grab yourself a cup of coffee. I promise I won't take too long on this. Oh, there's a lot to rant about, but I'm going to try to hold it short. Anyway, see you in just a minute. Alrighty, we're back. Yeah. Yeah, and that stuff going on out in Virginia kind of wild. The backroom deals politicians do, huh? Isn't that great? I guess they had a big protest set up to on their I guess they call it lobbying day or something like this, where when a new legislature gets started, people can go and talk to their representatives. Yeah. Yeah, so instead they just got together and hurried up and pushed this stuff through before lobbying day. Yeah, thinking that was going to make it all go away. You know, what is wrong with these people? Yeah, seriously. You know, here again in that earlier video I did about, can't we all just kind of get along, and rural folks and so forth. I am sure that there is a lot of Democrats who could care less about gun control. Okay, they figure the government's got a lot of other things that they need to be taken care of. Seriously, you know, virtually every state I've lived in has some sort of background check anytime you buy a weapon. The only problem is the government doesn't get control of those records. So, is it about getting the background check done to where they're not giving guns to felons and to people that are, have some real psychiatric problems that show up in their background check? Well, if you're doing a background check, gun dealer's not going to sell it to you and violate the state's laws on it. Nah, you're not going to get it. So what's the big deal? More record keeping by the government? Yeah, if folks would really realize there's other motives for this other than just them being in your back pocket all the time, knowing everything that you do, think, and say. They a lot of times, as a manager, let's say, I'm leading a department. Hey, the more employees I can cram into that department, the bigger my paycheck is. So yeah, I'd be all for that. The government would also like to have a list where they could go around and collect everybody's guns if they needed to. Realistically, that's it. Okay? They keep screaming, oh, it's not to take away your weapons. Yeah, it is. Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't need this. Okay? Wow. Most of these people that move into areas like Roanoke and all that are out of the Washington, D.C. area. Toughest gun laws in the country. Yeah, and the worst crime. Yeah. You'd think they moved to Virginia for a safer environment. And probably cheaper taxes and yada yada. But, yeah, it's like, okay, why is it safe in Virginia? Well, because you have less crime because they're better armed down there, and a criminal, if I was a crook and I thought, I'm going to go in here and rob a house, and I knew your house had guns stuck in every drawer and you used them on a regular basis, I'm probably not going to come to your house. Okay? A good way to get your hide perforated. Now, your neighbor, has a sign out front that's a gun-free zone, and, I don't believe in firearms, and can't we all just get along? Yeah, that's where I'm headed. And I'll probably bring a gun. It's crazy. These mass shootings, okay? How many mass shootings have you seen taking place at a gun show? Think about that one just for a moment. No, some active shooter is not going to walk into a gun show where half the people are packing concealed carry and armed. The other half are selling weapons and got ammunition sitting all over the place. You talk about walking into, Iwo Jima. No, you're not going to go there. Now, give me a little school or, someplace that I know nobody's going to be armed with anything short of a pen knife. Then, yeah, you can go in there and play shoot 'em up. And pretty much, you might even get away. Well, a lot of them are there to commit suicide, basically. Why the little suckers just don't go out and blow their own heads off, I don't know. They got to take people with them and let the police kill them. And maybe they think since they didn't kill in their life, God will show them mercy. Interesting thinking. Don't know how that's going to work out for them. But you see what I'm saying? Gun-free zones is where all these mass shootings take place. Other than that, and you're not going to knowingly walk into a place that if I pull a gun out of my pocket, I might get off one round before 45 people start shooting back at me. Seriously. Just at some point, self-preservation kicks in. So gun-free zones don't work. Okay? Sounds like a magnet to a lunatic who wants to kill a bunch of people. Put up a sign. No guns allowed here. And I haven't seen too many of them that follow that rule. They seem to come into those places armed. Yeah. Wow. But for some reason, they think they can legislate. We all know how well the government does with controlling things. Really? We have had a war on drugs. Now, how many borders have we got? 4? Really? But we've had a war on drugs going on for how many years now? We have spent, I think the last thing I heard, something like $70 trillion on the war on drugs. My question to the government is, when's the war end? Have you won it yet? This is now entering into being the longest war known to mankind. And you still have the same problems. When we gonna win the war on drugs? All I know is it keeps escalating. I can't go and buy cold medicine off the counter anymore. When I worked at the feed place, paint had to be 18. Like, you don't have idiot dopers who would get high sniffing paint, even at 30. Okay. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? They're never going to be able to say, we're going to outlaw something and make it work. They just haven't been able to do it. Except for things where law-abiding citizens are involved. Now, a law-abiding citizen, if it's the law, they'll obey it. Because that's what makes them law-abiding citizens. Okay? So a simple law that we have on the books, like don't shoot people without justification, is what a law-abiding citizen does. Now, just like you have dopers, even though we've had, this very highly successful war on drugs. Yeah. They still use drugs. We have gun-free zones. You're not allowed to bring a gun in here. Seems to be where most of the mass shootings take place. Yeah. Somewhere the logic of all this escapes me. Okay? I would rather have a sign out in front of a function that I'm going to is people with concealed weapons are more than welcome, and please, if a nut comes in here, protect us. Now, number one, it's going to stop a nut from going in there because they're going to see that sign and go, "Oh, wait a minute, how many people might be carrying in there?" This could be a short-lived kind of thing. I might not get to squeeze off the first round. Let me head over here to the shopping mall. You know what I'm saying? Making something illegal doesn't stop its use. I lived across the river from St. Louis for a lot of years. Very, they're not really tough as gun laws, but they had some gun laws. And but the gun of choice for most of the murders, as far as the gangbanger kind of things, was an Uzi. That's an automatic weapon, folks. Yeah, it'll dump a 30 round clip in just a matter of seconds. Illegal. Absolutely. You and I couldn't go buy one unless we had an F card. Illegal. Yet these gangbangers were running around in St. Louis with Uzis. Hmm? Felons. A lot of them have guns. Ex-felons. Totally illegal. Don't they know the law? Listen, gun laws only stop people who are law-abiding citizens. Okay? So, the old adage, if guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns, and that'll be very true. Okay? Or it could also, because Americans feel very strongly about it, could spark another revolution in this country. Keep an eye on Virginia. See what you can do to help. I wouldn't show up there with my AR and ready to do combat. But if you can support organizations who's trying to get this fixed, do it. Sad. Maybe we need to get a bunch of conservative people to move into Roanoke and kick these clowns the heck out of that city. It's kind of funny, but we don't fix a problem by outlawing it. Okay, like I said, drugs, yeah, longest running war in history. Yeah, that one is. Illegal guns in the hands of criminals. You bet. Do you really think that a group of guys in Mexico who has availability to a bunch of hot guns is going to say no? America has said they can't have guns. So we're not going to make a few $1,000,000 selling guns to them, right? Because it's illegal up there. It sure slowed down on the heroin traffic and all that, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Wake up, America. Better start standing up to these politicians. What they need to do in Roanoke and with these clowns is go in there and let them know, Democrats, if you disagree with what they're doing, you need to be standing there with everybody else going, we're going to vote your tush right out of office next election. Or, if Virginia allows it, I would start petitions right now to get their butts kicked out of office. Have a recall vote on all of them. Keep them in a state of perpetual campaigning to where it bankrupts them, okay? Things of this nature. You can get it done. But, like I said, you don't stop a criminal. And that's what they claim this is all about. Facts. Okay? Facts. A firearm is not the number one weapon for committing murders in America. Fact. Okay? When you start adding up all the rest of them, knives, hammers, baseball bats, far outstrip guns. Yeah. Don't see anybody banning them. Automobiles, there's one that needs to go. Look how many people get killed at that. We tried alcohol one time with, that would cut down on a lot of deaths. Think about it for a minute, folks. Let's quit letting the federal government tell you and I what we can do. Okay, and every time they come to you with this cockamamie stuff of, oh, we're here to help you. Yeah. It starts out with the healthcare kind of stuff. When the government got involved in that, number one, price of healthcare shot up through the roof. Number two, they started telling you what you can and can't do. I mean, after all, they're helping pay for your healthcare, so you can't have that soda. No. if we had to pay for our own health care, and if we didn't have health care, it would be up to us in that hospital to negotiate whether or not they were going to take our happy little tushes in there and help us. I can almost guarantee you some people would kind of back away from some of this stuff. Oh heavens, if I OD, they're going to roll me out on the sidewalk and dump me on the curb. And I'm going to die on the street. Might give them a motivation to go into a rehab and get off that stuff. Use your heads for something besides a hat rack. Start using common sense. Watch Virginia. If that state goes, you're going to have other states go right behind it. You people need to wake up. Let's stop this nonsense and try to enjoy our lives. Okay? And one of the ways we can enjoy our life is to get the government out of it. Our founding fathers did not create a government that would be meddling in our lives. We've done that by allowing them to do it. Okay? Let's stop it. It's time to say there is supreme law in this land. And I promise you, if you live by that law, it'd be a peaceful place to live. As Red Tennessee Homestead. Love you guys and appreciate you. Had to do a rant. Sorry. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye.